The 2012 C-Class isn't a brand new model, but you'd be forgiven for thinking it is. Mercedes classifies this as an extensive refresh consisting of over 2,000 new components. The exterior is updated with Mercedes' latest design language, with a pronounced grille and more squared-off two-tier headlights. The look is more aggressive, especially the sport version, equipped with a more open grille with the larger three-pointed star. Front and rear bumpers are new and with more angular shapes, as is the aluminum hood, which drops 20 pounds off the front of the car. With all this, aerodynamics are improved, resulting in a surprisingly low 0.26 coefficient of drag. The interior is where most of the magic has taken place. Mercedes listened to feedback from customers and not only upgraded the materials, but redesigned the dash to integrate navigation and infotainment systems into a more horizontally sweeping layout. A small but critical improvement is a steering wheel closer in shape and thickness to the near-perfect C63 AMGs. The instrument panel now has a high-definition multi-use screen mounted between the speedometer and tachometer. Large-scale changes like materials and layout bring the car up to the level you'd expect from Mercedes, but the high-tech details elevate its level to something you'd expect in one of their larger, more expensive cars. On the road, the new C-Class feels very solid and planted, while also feeling more nimble than its predecessor. Steering effort has a nice heft to it in sport mode, but it lightens up a bit much in normal mode. There also seems to be a dead spot in the steering. Turn-in feels sharp at first, then it gets to a point where a much larger input is needed to get it just a little bit more steering angle. It may be a result of deflection in the suspension components or something with the active steering. Either way, it becomes apparent pretty quickly while driving. The 3.5-liter V6, giving an impressive 302 horsepower and 273 pound-feet, feels strong all the way through the rev range. Freeway on-ramps disappear in flashes, though at high speeds, the power isn't quite as impressive. Anything above 90 miles per hour and the C350 doesn't pull with the gusto it has at legal speeds. For most, it won't ever be an issue, but for those interested in triple-digit exploits, it might fall slightly short. The 1.8-liter turbocharged direct-injection inline four-cylinder that delivers 201 horsepower and 229 pound-feet of torque also feels great. It isn't as composed or refined, but the low-end torque will get the C250 from corner to corner quickly. The frenetic nature of the smaller engine is quite entertaining also, and when driven hard, really changes the character of the car. The new 7-speed transmission is smooth and fast in most situations. Kickdowns on the highway happen just when you want them to, and the adaptive technology finally seems to work as promised. When switched over to manual mode, we could hold the car in one gear, which alleviated any hunting back and forth. Previous C-Classes were always nice cars, especially when paired with attractive lease deals. It was a car that you would get into for a couple of years until you could afford an E-Class. But with the improved styling, handling, and power, the C-Class has gone from something you would like to lease to something you would love to own. If you get one, this time it might just stick around for a while.